Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we extract the crucial nuggets of knowledge from our sources. You know, when we talk about high-performance travel, our minds often jump straight to, well, raw speed, or maybe super opulent interiors. But what if the ultimate luxury, the real measure of efficiency today, isn't just speed? What if it's about getting exactly where you need to go? Comfortably, safely, efficiently, even to places that maybe other planes can't reach. That idea. That's really the core of our deep dive today. We're focusing on an aircraft that seems to embody this, the Dassault Falcon 2000LXS. We're going to dig into what makes this jet, well, not just a standout, but a global leader. Our mission really is to unpack its key features, its performance, which is pretty incredible, and the unique innovations that set it apart. And maybe more importantly, figure out why these details aren't just specs on a page, but advantages that could really matter for now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's building on a really strong foundation. The Falcon 2000 series itself,
Yeah.
there are nearly 700 of them flying. They've built this reputation for being robust, really reliable, and actually pretty cost-effective to operate.
Yeah.
The 2000LXS, it takes all that and just elevates it. You get more range, more flexibility with payload, more mission capability, and importantly, even lower operating costs than before, and compared to many competitors. It's really designed to optimize, well, everything about private flying.
Okay, that's a compelling start. Now, Dassault has this tagline for the 2000LXS, go where others can't.
Yeah.
For a business jet like this, what does that actually mean in the real world? What kind of advantage are we talking about? Is it just about distance?
Well, it's a bit of a game changer, actually. First, yes, the range is impressive. We're talking 4,000 nautical miles. So that lets you fly direct, say, New York to Anchorage, or even New York to Berlin. Maybe Dubai to London City Airport, which is interesting in itself, or Beijing straight to Mumbai. These point-to-point flights are huge. You bypass those big congested hubs. And the real insight there isn't just the convenience, though that's part of it. It's strategic. Think about accessing emerging markets directly, or getting to remote operational sites without multiple stops. It turns travel time into a competitive edge.
That ability to skip the major hubs, yeah, that's incredibly valuable. But when you say go where others can't, I also think about those, more challenging airfields, shorter runways, higher elevations. Is that where the 2000LXS really stands out too?
Exactly. Yes, that's precisely where its airfield performance is a massive differentiator. The 2000LXS can get into short, tricky runways that, frankly, a lot of other business jets just can't handle. You mentioned London City, notorious for its steep approach. The 2000LXS handles it beautifully. Or think about Lugano in Switzerland, nestled in the mountains. Same story. To give you some numbers, takeoff distance at sea level, just 4,675 feet. That's about 1,425 meters. And landing, the unfactored distance is incredibly short, 2,260 feet or 689 meters.
Okay, unfactored. That term sounds technical. For listeners maybe not deep in aviation, what does unfactored mean here, and why is that landing number so impressive?
All right, good question. Unfactored basically means the raw performance measured in ideal test conditions. It doesn't include the extra safety margins and operational factors pilots have to apply for, real-world flying. Those factors increase the required runway length in practice. So for the 2000LXS to have such a low unfactored number means its fundamental stopping power, its aerodynamics for landing are exceptionally good. It gives pilots a much bigger safety buffer when they do apply those real-world factors, which means access to more airports. In fact, get this, at its maximum takeoff weight, it needs about 1,000 feet less runway than its closest competitor. And that advantage carries over to high-altitude airports too, places like Aspen or La Paz in Bolivia. This opens up literally hundreds more airports around the globe. And you're not just landing there, you can fly out farther from them too with a good load.
So it's not just getting to more places, but doing it with more flexibility and a bigger safety margin. How does Dassault actually achieve that? What's the engineering magic behind that kind of short field performance?
Well, the wing's the thing, really. The 2000LXS has these optimized, full-span, leading-edge slatted wings. These aren't just standard wings, they're quite sophisticated. They manage this incredible balance between low-speed stability, which you absolutely need for short fields, and high-speed efficiency for long range. Those slats, they basically let the wing generate more lift at slower speeds. That's key for those short takeoffs and landings. And this wing design also helps with its climb performance. You can get straight up to 41,000 feet, that's nearly 12,500 meters, in just 20 minutes, which means you're quickly above most traffic, above bad weather, just a smoother, faster flight overall. And then you can cruise up to Mach 0.84 on shorter trips.
That's quite a combination: high and fast when you need it, but also low and slow capability. Now, to do all that, reach tricky airfields, climb so fast, fly so far, it must be packed with some serious technology underneath, right? What's actually powering and guiding all this? Especially thinking about safety and efficiency.
Oh, absolutely. It leverages a lot of advanced tech. Some of it actually has roots in military aviation, which tells you something about its robustness. For instance, the airframe itself is built to be much tougher than many competitors. It can land at higher weights. Now, why does that matter? Flexibility. You can carry extra fuel, maybe buy it cheaper somewhere and tanker it, or do multiple short hops with a full cabin and bags without needing to refuel constantly. That's a real operational plus. And really important today, it's fully compatible with Sustainable Aviation Fuel, or SF, which isn't just about ticking a box. It allows operators who prioritize sustainability to cut their carbon emissions significantly, maybe up to 80% over the fuel's life cycle. That's a big deal in today's market.
Okay, so military-grade toughness and ready for sustainable fuel. That's impressive. With all these capabilities, I'm guessing the flight deck, the cockpit, must be pretty advanced too. What makes the cockpit experience stand out in the 2000LXS, especially for managing such diverse flights?
Yeah, the cockpit is definitely where tech meets intuition. It features the Easy Flight Deck, that's EASY. It's widely seen as, well, maybe the most intuitive human-machine interface in business aviation. It's smart, it's integrated, it's packed with features, but it's all designed to help the pilots work together effectively and reduce their workload. It really sets a high bar for situational awareness, helps with better flight planning, all leading to safer, smoother flights. It's about getting the right info at the right time, not just more info.
That focus on intuition and teamwork makes sense. Now, beyond the core performance, I'm always fascinated by safety innovations. Are there specific things in the Falcon 2000LXS that really push the safety envelope, particularly when visibility or conditions aren't great?
That's where FalconEye comes into play. And it's genuinely revolutionary. It's Dassault's award-winning Combined Vision System. Basically, it gives flight crews unprecedented awareness in almost any weather, day or night. How? It cleverly blends synthetic vision like a 3D map from a database with real-time enhanced vision from infrared cameras. The result is a much clearer picture, especially approaching tricky airfields or in low visibility. It significantly boosts safety. FalconEye provides guidance right down to just 100 feet above the ground before the pilots even need to see the actual runway visually.
Wow, 100 feet.
Yeah. Imagine the confidence that gives you, especially in bad weather or complex terrain. It reduces stress, cuts down decision fatigue, and beyond FalconEye, they also have their FalconSphere system, which is an electronic flight bag solution. That further optimizes things for the pilots, streamlines tasks, puts critical info at their fingertips, again, enhancing safety and efficiency.
Incredible technology. So we've got the sophisticated brain, the easy flight deck, FalconEye. What about the muscle? What engines are actually enabling these long flights, the quick climbs, and the efficiency you mentioned?
Right, the power comes from two Pratt Whitney Canada PW308C engines. These are highly proven power plants, very reliable. Each delivers about 7,000 pounds of thrust, that's 31.14 kilonewtons. They use advanced tech not just for durability, but also for lower emissions and, crucially, lower operating costs. These engines help the 2000LXS burn up to 20% less fuel than some key competitors.
20%, that's huge.
It really is. Think about the annual fuel savings, the reduced carbon footprint over the aircraft's life. It's a major economic and environmental advantage. Plus, they need less maintenance between overhauls, which means less downtime, lower costs again. It's a great mix of power, efficiency, and responsibility.
Okay, so we've covered the amazing performance, the tech making it happen, but what about the actual journey for the passengers?
Yeah.
Moving from the cockpit to the cabin, what makes the 2000LXS a world-class place to be, especially on those long 4,000-mile flights?
The cabin is definitely a highlight. It's designed as a real sanctuary in the sky. It's described as spacious, stylish, full of light, and surprisingly quiet. It's a large body cabin experience. You get dimensions like 7 feet 8 inches wide, over 6 feet 2 inches of headroom.
Plenty of room to stand up straight.
Exactly. And it's over 26 feet long. That gives you a volume of over 1,000 cubic feet. It comfortably seats 8 to 10 people for an 8-hour flight with room to work, relax, move around. Many jets in this category can feel a bit more, well, cramped. This feels open. Plus, you got a generous baggage capacity, over 130 cubic feet, so you don't have to leave things behind.
And in today's world, connectivity is everything, right? Business or pleasure, you need to be online. How does the 2000LXS handle that? Is it easy?
Yes, connectivity is seamless. It offers FalconConnectTM, That's Dassault's own system for high-speed internet and clear voice calls. What's really smart about it is that Dassault acts as a single point of contact for everything. The hardware, network setup, any troubleshooting, even cost management and tracking data usage, it's all handled through them. So it's not just about having Wi-Fi, it's about making it simple and reliable for the operator. Predictable costs, dependable service. That's a big plus.
That integration makes a lot of sense, but what really caught my eye was the focus on the health aspect of travel. It's one thing to be comfortable, but it feels like they're taking passenger well-being to another level.
You're right, they've put a huge emphasis on this. The whole cabin environment is designed to be bright, fresh, and incredibly quiet. You've got 18 large windows letting in lots of natural light, which really helps combat that closed-in feeling. The soundproofing is advanced. They call it library quiet. Reducing that constant engine noise significantly cuts down on fatigue. But the air system is where it gets really interesting for well-being. The cabin air is refreshed much faster than at a typical modern office building. The idea is you arrive feeling more invigorated, less worn out.
So less jet lag, potentially.
That's the goal. It's not just comfort, it's actively working to make you feel better on arrival.
And I heard there's even an option for, well, extra clean air, especially relevant these days.
Precisely. For those wanting the absolute highest level of air purity, there's an optional advanced filtration system. This uses HEPA and ULPA filters. These are hospital ICU-grade filters. They capture 99.97% of all airborne particles down to incredibly small sizes, like 0.06 to zero point 0.2 micrometers. That includes things like viruses, COVID-19, MERS, SARS bacteria, allergens, pretty much everything.
Wow.
Yeah. So beyond the quiet and the fresh air, you get this added layer of health protection and peace of mind. It means high-value passengers, executives, teams. They can travel feeling protected and arrive ready to go, even after very long flights. It's a truly holistic view of the passenger experience.
Okay, so we've got this picture, incredible access, advanced tech, a luxurious and healthy cabin. But what about owning one? For someone actually considering a Falcon 2000LXS, what does all this mean for the practical side, the long-term value?
Right, the ownership experience is critical, and it's another area where the 2000LXS and Dassault generally aim to excel. We already mentioned it has the lowest operating costs in its category. That's partly the efficient wings and engines we talked about, lower fuel burn, less maintenance. But Dassault also backs it up with a really comprehensive global support network. This is key for managing the unpredictable nature of aircraft maintenance costs.
How does that support actually work for an owner? What does it look like day to day or when something goes wrong?
Well, they have Falcon Responsa. That's their dedicated aircraft-on-ground AOG service. If a Falcon is grounded somewhere unexpectedly, their whole mission is to get it back in the air fast, minimize that downtime. But here's something unique, an industry first, actually. Their Falcon Response team has dedicated aircraft that can even provide alternative transport for the passengers if needed.
So you're not stranded if your plane needs work?
Exactly. They can often fly you onto your destination while your jet is being fixed. That provides incredible business continuity, huge peace of mind. And then there's Falcon Care. This is their all-inclusive maintenance program. It essentially turns unpredictable maintenance expenses into stable, predictable costs. You pay a set amount, and Dassault covers the scheduled and unscheduled maintenance. For anyone managing budgets, this is a massive advantage. It de-risks ownership compared to many other programs or paying as you go, maximizes uptime, minimizes financial surprises.
Okay, so let's try and wrap this deep dive up. The Falcon 2000LXS, it really seems to redefine things. You've got this unmatched ability to get into challenging airports others avoid. It blends that rugged, military-inspired build quality with super advanced tech in the cockpit like FalconEye for safety and better decisions. Then there's the cabin. Luxurious, yes, but also genuinely focused on keeping passengers healthy and productive. And underpinning it all is this comprehensive support system that aims to make ownership predictable and reliable. It feels like a complete package.
That's exactly it. The 2000LXS isn't just a collection of impressive specs, though it has plenty of those. It really represents an integrated approach to business aviation. It tackles performance, access, comfort, health, safety, and operational efficiency altogether, holistically. And when you look at that complete picture, it genuinely positions the Dassault Falcon 2000LXS as a true worldwide leader in its class.
A really impressive aircraft, clearly designed for a complex, demanding world. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the Falcon 2000LXS.
It definitely leaves you thinking, doesn't it? In this world that's more connected but also more demanding than ever, how might this integrated approach combining extreme performance, a real focus on passenger health, and that robust support, how might that shape the future of how we travel for business and maybe even personally?